Hey everyone, we are absolutely surrounded by smart technology, right? It promises to make everything faster, better, more efficient. But is that really the end of the story? Today we're diving into a really cool idea, this huge shift from the tech-first world of Quality 4.0 to the human-centered vision of Society 5.0. Let's get into it.
So, we've spent the better part of a decade perfecting this world of Industry 4.0. Automation, AI, big data, the whole shebang. But what if the next big leap isn't just about smarter tech, but about more human tech? What if the goal shifts from pure efficiency to human well-being? That's the huge question at the heart of what we're talking about today.
Okay, so to really get a handle on where we're going, we first need to be super clear on where we are right now. Let's take a quick look at the foundation we're building on, the era of Quality 4.0.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, Quality 4.0, that's the world we know. It's all about technology, driven by automation and data, and the main goal? Efficiency. Squeeze out every last drop of it. But Quality 5.0? Well, it's a massive evolution. It doesn't throw that tech away. Instead, it puts humans right back in the picture. The focus becomes a partnership, and the drivers? They get a lot bigger. We're talking sustainability, resilience, and the goal becomes overall well-being and social good. It's a fundamental change in the why we're doing all this.
So we've seen the 30,000-foot view of this shift. But what does Quality 5.0 actually mean when you get down to it? Let's break down what this new paradigm is all about. The most important phrase right there is builds on. This isn't about ditching all the amazing tech we've developed. Not at all. It's about adding these new layers, these new dimensions that completely redirect its purpose. And that redirection is guided by four main ideas. And here they are. This whole new way of thinking rests on these four pillars: human centricity, sustainability, resilience, and social responsibility. Each one represents a pretty profound change in what we prioritize, moving us way beyond just profits and productivity.
So let's just quickly unpack what each of these four pillars really means.
First up, human centricity. For the longest time, the question was, how can we make people adapt to this cool new technology? This pillar flips that script completely. Now we're asking, how can this technology truly serve people's needs and improve their lives? It puts the human experience right at the very center of everything. It's a huge shift.
Next is sustainability, and this is about so much more than just hitting environmental targets. It forces us to think long-term, to consider the real environmental and social costs of what we're doing. It's about embedding the idea that true quality means creating things that are viable not just for the next financial quarter, but for the next generation.
The third pillar is resilience. And boy, if the last few years have taught us anything, it's how fragile our global systems can be. This is all about designing our companies, our supply chains, our whole way of operating, to be able to take a hit, whether it's a pandemic or a climate disaster, and bounce back without collapsing.
And finally, we have social responsibility. This really expands the whole idea of quality beyond just the product. It starts asking the tough questions. Is this company ethical? Is it a good neighbor? Does it have a positive impact on society? The idea here is that being a good corporate citizen is a core part of the value you deliver.
Now, this is a beautiful vision, right? But let's be realistic. It's not like you can just flip a switch. Making this leap from a tech-only focus to a human-centric one, well, that comes with some pretty big challenges. And these hurdles are no joke. You start with cultural resistance. Getting an entire organization to value something more than just raw efficiency is a huge lift. Then you have the practical headaches of tech integration, making shiny new systems play nice with clunky old ones. That, of course, leads to a massive skills gap. You need to train people for jobs that might not even exist yet. And all the while, you're fighting to keep the focus on these big, long-term goals when the pressure for short-term results never, ever lets up.
But here's the bottom line. Despite all those challenges, this change is going to happen. The evolution of our jobs, the skills we need, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when and how. History tells us over and over again, the workforce always adapts because progress demands it.
So all of this brings us to the biggest question of all. Why go through all this pain? What's the ultimate goal here? Well, it turns out Quality 5.0 isn't actually the final destination. It's the roadmap to a much, much grander vision for our future.
And this is it. This is where everything is pointing. Society 5.0. This idea, which originally came out of Japan, is the end game.
It's a vision for a super smart society where the digital world and the physical world are so perfectly blended that they work together to solve our biggest problems, from healthcare and aging to climate change and infrastructure, all to improve life for every single one of us.
So how do these two big ideas connect? It's actually really simple. Think of Quality 5.0, with all its pillars of human centricity, sustainability, and all that, as the detailed, technical blueprint
for building that incredible, ambitious future. You simply can't achieve the grand vision of Society 5.0 without first putting into practice the principles of Quality 5.0. One is the how, the other is the what.
So, if you're going to take away just a few things from this, here they are. First, Quality 5.0 isn't about replacing tech, it's about adding that critical human layer on top. Second, it's all built on those four pillars we talked about: human centricity, sustainability, resilience, and social responsibility. And finally, remember that all of this is the practical pathway to achieving that much bigger, much more inspiring vision of Society 5.0.
And that really brings us to the final crucial thought here. This whole conversation suggests that maybe we've been framing the future all wrong. Maybe it isn't a choice between humanity or technology. Maybe it's about a partnership. And if that's true, then the real challenge isn't about picking a side. It's about designing that collaboration in a way that truly benefits everyone. Now that's a thought to take with you.